Hey, my Didge sisters and brothers, daughters and sons. Didge Mama here, and this week I want to talk to you about circular breathing in rhythm. Didgeridoo is basically a dance accompany instrument, so rhythm makes sense, right? And in my vision, the circular breathing is incorporated in your rhythm. So let's look at this principle. Okay, so it's going to be quite basic. Later we're going to make it more elaborate, but first you're going to breathe your rhythm. And on video number 6 I was explaining the circular breathing, that your body's the pump, right? If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. And pump was ha, 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 ha. That's your pump. So you're pushing out air and then afterwards you're relaxing like a pump. Ha, 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 ha. I'm sitting further away so you can see my belly again, and the articulation was goo and your cheeks were round, so boo, 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 boo. So that's a rhythm. Right? Okay, so I was breathing a rhythm, and for a lot of people it sounds like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 counts, but for me it's 2 counts. 1 breathing, 1 breathing, 1 breathing. Goo, 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 goo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, goo, goo, goo. And if you want to make that second count sound, you can, for instance, do that jaw breathing I explained in video number 7. And I think video number 8 is circular breathing with cheeks and tongue. So if you want to have that second count sound, then it's going to be, for instance, ga, 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 ga. Yeah, 1, 2, or with the cheeks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so 3 count rhythm, for instance, goo goo, 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 goo goo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, goo goo. Again, you can make that third count sound, for instance, with the jaw or the cheeks. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so with this 2 goo or gaten and the goo or gaten, you have 2 building blocks, and with these 2 building blocks, making lots of different combinations, you can make endless of rhythms. And well, if I play a goo and a goo goo, I have 5 counts, right? So I'm just gonna play it. And normally like an uneven rhythm is a bit tricky for people, but if your body knows how it feels to play goo, and it knows how to play goo, man, you can play it. You can play a 5. So I will play goo, 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 a 5 rhythm. Goo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Or easier to count is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Goo, 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 goo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Goo, 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 goo. 5. So easy when you train your body to get into that feeling. A nice rhythm, I will just give you a couple of rhythms, is goo, 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 goo. 1, 2, goo, 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 goo. 8. And 8 you can count in 4 or 2. And the nice thing, so it feels like, yeah, you can dance on it easily, but you also have that feeling of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Goo, 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 goo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Goo, 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 goo. Yeah, and you will heard it, and you probably will hear this rhythm again. So very groovy. In the beginning of the video, I was playing a rhythm, and I was playing goo, 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 goo. Okay, so now I want comments and telling me how many counts it is. And if you got it wrong, I will try to explain it again, because then you didn't get it. I'm just making sure that you understand this principle. So you see me breathing a lot. Every time my belly comes out, I'm breathing it. So I'm playing goo, 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 goo. All right, here we go. I'll play it again for you. Alright, my Didge brothers and sisters, daughters and sons, thank you so much for subscribing, sharing and liking. Please keep doing that and make me get those 1,000 subscribers, because the 1,000th is definitely gonna have a free online lesson with me. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you next week. Lots of love.